Welcome to episode 3 of How to Be a Filmmaker, a guide for beginners. In today's episode, we're going to be going over editing. This is an important part of your process of making your video. The post-production phase is an important part of video making. There are 3 major things about the post-production editing phase that I'm going to teach you in this video. The first is getting your footage off your camera and onto the computer in your editing software. The third is I'm going to be going over how to cut up those clips and put them in a perfect arrangement like how you want it. And lastly, I'm going to teach you how to add external devices and then export the video. The first thing you're going to want to do is get that SD card out of your camera and put it into a card reader. You're then going to take a card reader and you're going to put it into your computer, just like so. On Windows, you'll be using your Files tab, while on Mac, you'll be using your Finders app. Once you've opened your Finders app, you'll be going to Locations. Under Locations, you'll find your SD card. In there, you'll search through this SD card through different folders to find your footage. Then, you're going to want to click on the first clip you want, hold Shift, and click on the last clip you want. This should select all the clips in between, making them ready to move to your other folder. Now, you're just going to hold and drag them to your other folder. This folder should be all the footage that you're using for your video. This helps keep it nice, neat, and organized. Congrats, now you know how to find your footage and move it onto your computer. After that, we're going to be going on to step 2, which is editing. To start off step 2, we're going to be opening our editing software, which we're using Adobe Premiere Pro. Once Premiere has opened, we're going to be going to New Project and making sure we title our project something appropriate for the video. After that, we're going to click Create and we'll see our project window. Once we're here, we're going to want to go back to our folder with our footage, where we will do the same thing, shift clicking to select all of our footage and dragging it into our project. Now, just like that, all of our footage is perfectly in our project and is ready for us to edit. Once you've moved your footage into your editing software, the first thing you're going to want to do is create a sequence. To do so, simply drag one or even all of your clips into the box that you'll see me drag them in. This will create a sequence where you can edit your footage. Once your footage is in your sequence, you're then going to want to go up to the top here to access your tools. The main tools you're going to be using are your selection tool, which you can access with the key V, your razor tool, which you can access with the key C, and your pen tool, which you can access with the key P. After selecting your razor tool, move it down to your footage where you can click around to cut it up. You can then drag and move your footage around to make it so it perfectly matches one another. This is useful to get your clips to align perfectly. Now that you know how to do this, you are ready to cut up your clips and put them in the order that you find fit. The third thing I'm going to teach you is how to add effects, whether these be visual or audio. To find these effects, I'm going to use a website called Footage Crate. This has hundreds of free effects, visually and audio, that I can use. I'm going to scroll down to the Epic section, where here I can select some royalty-free music. I'm going to select this song, To Victory, and I'm just going to click download. After my footage has been downloaded, I'm going to go to the folder that has been sent to. From there, I'm going to drag it straight into my editing software. Once the song or footage is in your editing software, you can then move it straight into your timeline. At that point, you can move it around, cut it up, however you'd like. Hopefully all these tips helped, and you're now ready to make a movie yourself. I'm so excited to see what you guys are able to do with the things I've taught you, and good luck.